Okay. Okay, so if you have a yoga strap, we're going to put it together in a loop and just put it to the side for now. And if you're using something else like a dog leash or just a belt, I'll show you how to modify. And if you don't have any strap at all, I will also tell you how to modify. So we're going to start laying down on your back and be comfortable. So I like to keep my knees bent, especially at the beginning of the practice. I feel like my low back is not ready to be put into that straight-legged position yet. So just take a few moments here to settle into your practice. So eyes are closed. Arms are relaxed to the sides. So we're going to relax the muscles of the face. Relax the space between the eyebrows. Relax the jaw. And just breathe deeply. So allow your breath to flow in through the nose and out of the mouth. Just checking in with yourself, noticing what you're feeling and how you're feeling today. We were talking before class about just even starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel here. So with the idea of a possible vaccine, it really does give us a little bit more hope and a little bit more positive emotions, so we can look forward to the end of this pandemic, hopefully. So that's a nice feeling to cultivate, just that positive energy that we are moving in the right direction and that we do start to see that bright light at the end of the tunnel. So from here, we're gently going to hug the knees into the chest. We'll rock left to right, make some circles with the knees in one direction and then the other. We'll lift the feet towards the ceiling, but soft knees, and you can point and flex your feet here, make some circles with the ankles. And then we're going to lift the hands up towards the ceiling as well, soft elbows, soft wrists. Just pause here. This is really good for the blood flow in the body. This is also really good for your lymphatic system, moving the lymph fluid down the arms and legs towards the lymph nodes to release the toxins process. So just pause here for a moment. Continue to breathe with ease. And then we're going to add a little bit of movement with your breath. As you inhale, take the tops of the hands and reach for the floor behind you. Reach your feet maybe a little bit higher. That's your inhale. And then exhale, hug the knees into the chest. Option to lift your forehead to your knees. Inhale, arms reach, feet lift. Exhale, hug the knees into the chest. One more time, just like that. Inhale, arms reach, feet lift. And exhale, hug the knees in. We're going to let the feet come down to the floor. We're going to reach for your strap. So if you have a yoga strap, you're going to put your foot into the loop. And And then let the other side of the loop go around your head. Be under your arms at your upper back. If you're just using a regular belt, then you can just hold gently onto each side. And if you don't have anything to use, then just interlace your hands behind your right thigh. We're going to let the left leg go straight. Pause here. Let your arms relax out to the sides. Let your breath flow with ease. It's a really nice pose for circulation and varicose veins, so just having the foot elevated. We're releasing tightness and tension in the hamstring that will help ease into your low back. Try to relax through the body here, relaxing the neck and shoulders. You can turn your head left to right if you'd like. So you can completely let go and relax in this pose, or you can take it a little bit more deep by flexing your right foot, pushing your foot into the strap, maybe tightening your strap a little bit. And just taking the time here to let go. Take a full deep breath in. And then as you exhale, we're going to soften the right knee. We're going to let the right foot reach over to the left. So the right foot is reaching over to the left. Pause here. Try to keep your right hip and right shoulder down. Lengthen the outside of your right leg. And then pause and breathe. So give your body the time it needs to soften and let go in this pose. This is a very tight area of the body, the IT band. So take your time. Be gentle to yourself. The upper body nice and relaxed, the shoulders, the chest, the neck and throat. Take a full breath in. And then as you exhale, we're going to bring the right leg back to center. Let the right foot come out of the strap. Hug the right knee into the chest. Make some circles with the ankle. Point and flex the foot. And then we're going to bend the left knee. So your left foot is on the floor and come into a figure four. So your right ankle is crossed over your left leg above the knee, and you're just going to gently push your right knee forward. You might feel your low back arch off the floor a little bit. That's okay. You're getting a little bit of a stretch in your low back here. And then a gentle sway left to right. You don't have to do a lot, just a little bit. Again, opening up the area around the low back. And then we're going to reach for the back of your left thigh and draw the left knee in towards your left shoulder. Pause here and breathe. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Eyes are closed. Letting go of any tightness or tension or anxiety or worry that you may be holding onto around the hip. going to allow you to process any feelings of stress or anxiety. We don't want to just let them go, but we actually want to feel and process those feelings and then let them go. We need to recognize what we're feeling, recognize why we're having those feelings so we can have a better understanding. And then once processed, then we can let go. Take a full deep breath in. And then as you exhale, we're going to release. Let the left foot just come right down to the floor. Cross your right thigh over the left thigh and scoot your hips over to the right. If you can handle a twist right now, we're just going to let the legs drop over to the left. If you have any tightness that you feel and this causes pain in your back, bring the legs back up to center and just scoot your left foot over to the right. Then when you drop the legs, it's a little bit of a less twist here and you're just getting a nice opening along the spine. If you want to go deeper, you can move your left foot further to the left. You'll notice your knees get a little higher and the twist gets a little bit deeper up the spine. So not just in your low back here, but you'll feel this in between the shoulder blades and at the mid back. Try to keep the shoulders down, shoulder blades open up through the collarbones and the chest, and breathe deeply here. So when you breathe deeply, you're not only increasing your lung capacity, but you're conditioning the lungs. Opening up around the upper back. Opening up around the rib cage. And so where that left foot is on your mat is determining how deep this pose is for you. Letting the eyes be closed. Take a full deep breath in. And then as you exhale, slowly bring the legs back to center. Even out the hips, so bring your hips back to the middle, uncross the legs. We're going to hug the knees into the chest. Nice stretch in the low back if you really bring the knees in. 3 breaths. Inhale, arms reach up, feet lift. Exhale, hug the knees in. Inhale, arms reach, feet lift. Exhale, hug in. One more time, just like that. Inhale, arms reach, feet lift. And exhale, hug it in. Feet come down to the floor. We're going to take the strap and put your left foot in. So the left foot comes into the loop. Modifying if you need to with whatever you have. You can always just use your hands behind your left thigh. The right leg is going to go straight along the floor so we can relax the right hip flexor. Use the strap as support here. So feel your back easing down into the strap and feel your foot pressing into the strap. Relax through the arms and shoulders. Close the eyes. Let this be a little bit of a meditation here. So you just give yourself a few moments. Sometimes all it takes is about 5 breaths to really connect to your thoughts, your feelings, to clear the mind, and to get a little bit more present. So lengthening your inhale and your exhale. Slow, deep breathing. Your low back is grounded and supported. as you release the tightness in the hamstring. Another deep breath in here. And then as you exhale, let's soften the knee. Let the left foot reach over to the left. Like you're stepping on the brake, just push your foot into the strap. Lengthening through the thigh. Sorry, I didn't do this on the other side, so let's just go right over to the right. Sorry about that. So your left foot is going over to the right. We're opening up the IT band here. That did feel good though. But we skipped that on the right side, so we're going to skip it on the left. So working through the IT band here. The leg is crossed over to the other side. Pause here and breathe. So this is a difficult pose to pause in because there's a lot going on. There's a lot of tightness all along the outside of the left leg. We want to focus on grounding down through the back, staying connected through the rib cage and the strap and your breath. And then just easing into the pose so that it gets a little bit softer with each breath. So take the time here. Just breathe. Just feel what you feel. Notice where you're having those feelings and then just breathe through. Take a full deep breath in and a full deep breath out. And then let's ease out with a soft knee. Bring the foot back to center. Hug the knee into the chest. Make some circles with the foot and ankle. We're going to bend the right knee so the right foot is down on the floor. Left ankle crosses over for a figure four. Gently press your hand into the left knee. Your low back will come up off the floor a little bit. Just a little nice gentle stretch with the natural curve of your spine. You can sway the shape of your legs left to right here, so keeping the right foot down. Just a little bit of movement. And then coming back to center, reach for the back of your right thigh. Little tilt to the right as you draw your right knee in towards your right shoulder. Keeping the eyes closed and just breathing here. So releasing whatever tightness you're feeling in that left hip. Maybe you want to draw the right knee in a little further to deepen the pose. Slow, easy, deep breaths. breath in. And then as you exhale, let's release. The right foot is going to come straight down. Left thigh crosses over the right thigh, hips scoot over to the left. So you can keep your right foot where it is, let the legs drop over to the right. If you want this to be a less of a twist, the right foot is going to move to the left. And if you want this to be deeper, you can move your right foot to the right. Let your legs just gently drop over. Left arm can reach way away from the body. Breathe deeply into the lungs. Lengthen the spine. So music is a very big part of my practice. I'm playing music now. I'm not sure if you can hear it. There's some different issues with Zoom with being able to hear music or not. So if you cannot hear my music, I'm going to suggest moving forward that you try to find a way to listen to music while you're practicing. I find it really helps us tap into our emotions and whatever we're feeling that's deep, and helps it just bring it a little bit more to the surface. So I choose specific music that I can connect with and that affects me emotionally. So just a little suggestion. Hopefully you can hear my music. I do miss that about when we practice in person, that I can share my music with all of you easily. So just breathe here deeply. Twists are really helpful with processing, digesting, increasing the blood flow to the internal organs. So just take a little extra breath here. One more full breath in. And then as you exhale, let's come back to center, uncross the legs, even out the hips. We're going to draw the knees into the chest, rocking left to right a little bit here. And then we're going to take the time to either roll to one side or rock front to back to bring yourself up to sit. And then once you come to sit, we're going to sit cross-legged for a moment. If cross-legged is uncomfortable for you, you can sit up on something. You can sit up on a folded blanket. You can sit up on a bolster or a cushion from your couch or a bed pillow. So once you find the cross of your legs and you feel comfortable, I'm going to have you switch the cross. So now you're a little more uncomfortable. It's important to create balance in the body, and sometimes we get stuck in patterns that we do only on one side. So it's nice to kind of change it up a bit. So just pausing here, lengthen the spine, crown of the head reaches up, tailbone is grounding down. We're going to take 3 breaths. Inhale, reach the arms out and up. And exhale, out and down. Again, inhale, reach the arms out and up, wrists can cross, and then out and down as you exhale, nice and big. Inhale, one more time, arms reach out and up, and exhale, arms come down. We're going to take your left fingertips to the floor next to you. Your right hand is going to come behind your head. You're going to inhale, reach your right elbow back, reaching back with the shoulder blade. And then as you exhale, right elbow is going to reach for your right knee, push back through your middle back. Inhale, open, reach back. Exhale, elbow to knee. One more time, just like that. Inhale, reach the elbow back. And exhale, elbow to knee. We're going to come back up to center. You're going to let your right arm reach out to the side, left arm out to the side. You're going to bring your Left hand under your right, so the left arm crosses under. You can either hug the back and reach your fingertips onto your back, or you can bring the backs of the hands towards each other. It's okay if they don't reach, or palms touch. Drop the shoulders, push the elbows forward, fingertips lift, drop the chin a little bit. A gentle sway of the shape of your arms left to right. This is getting into your mid and upper back as well as your shoulders. Breathe deeply. Feel what you feel in between the shoulder blades, in between the shoulders and your ears. We're going to come back to center. Take one full breath in as you reach the fingertips up. And then as you exhale, bring the elbows in towards the belly and just round down. You can stay right here, or you can go a little bit further down where you reach your fingertips towards the floor in front of you. Head drops down. Pull the shoulders down. Deeply breathe here. Take a full breath in, and then we're going to use the exhale to have a strong core as you bring your arms back up, uncross the arms, and shake them out a little bit. And then switching to the other side. Your right hand is coming down. Your left hand is coming behind your head. Reach your left elbow back. Inhale here. Exhale, elbow to knee. Really reach back with your back. Pull the belly in. Good. Inhale, elbow and shoulder blade back. Exhale. When you bring your elbow down, then pull your back back. So you're really opening up the low back and the mid back. Inhale one more time. Exhale, elbow to knee. And then coming back to center, let your left arm reach out, right arm reaches out. Coming back to the middle, you're going to let your left hand come under the right. You can either reach for your back or back to the hands together or palms together. Shoulders down, elbows forward, fingertips up, pinkies forward, chin down. Sway just the shape of your arms left to right. This is a really nice way to open up your mid back. Get in between the shoulder blades, your upper shoulders. And go deep. And then allow your breath to flow deep. We'll come back to center. Fingertips are going to reach up. As you inhale, exhale, elbows come into the belly, round your back, tuck your chin. You can stay right here, or you can hinge from the hips and go even more forward. Maybe the fingertips come down to the floor, head drops. Take a deep breath in here. And then as you exhale, strong core to bring yourself back up. Undo the arms, shake them out a little bit. We're going to bring the soles of the feet together. Reach the arms up overhead like you're holding a giant beach ball. Hinge forward like you're handing it to the person that's 6 feet in front of you. And then completely melt down over your legs. Head goes down, torso melts down. Your heels are way out in front, so your heels are not trying to come in towards your seat. You can sway left to right. Notice what you feel in your low back. Get a nice stretch on either side of your spine. Any little movements you'd like to make with the head, neck and shoulders, feel free. Take a deep breath in and a full breath out. And then slowly make your way up. Bring the knees together. And then we're going to come into hands and knees. So if you want to put a blanket under your knees for a little extra support, feel free. Otherwise, the knees are going to be parallel. Big toes are going to touch. So the knees are not wide yet. They're parallel. They're right underneath your hips. Big toes are going to touch. Sink your hips down towards your heels. Reach your hands way out in front. Drop the forehead down. Let your elbows and your forearms be lifted off the floor. So just the palms are down. Pull the shoulder blades back. From here, you're going to lift up your head and you're going to take your right arm and thread it to the left underneath your left arm and just let the right side of your head come down. Breathe deeply here, relaxing your right shoulder. Releasing any tightness or tension around that right shoulder blade. On your next inhale, we'll come back up. Let your right arm reach straight forward, palm down, elbow up. Left hand reaches through. Come down on the left side of your head. Breathe deeply here. Continue to lengthen the spine as you breathe into the lungs, opening up the shoulder blades. And then on your next inhale, let's come back to center, reach the hands out, and come up onto hands and knees. So hands and knees are hip width apart, feet are parallel, wrists underneath your shoulders. 3 breaths, curl the toes under, drop the belly, lift the chin. This should feel really good on your back, soft elbows. And exhale, tuck the chin, round the back. Let the tops of your feet press down. Inhale, curl the toes under, drop the belly, lift the chin. Exhale, tuck and round. One more time, just like that. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the chin. And exhale, tuck and round. Coming to neutral spine. Left foot is going to go straight back. Toes are on the floor behind you. You're just going to rock front to back a little bit, just stretching out your toes, the arch of your foot, your heel, and your calf. Good, we're going to take the right hand, reach it towards the front of the room, but then drop it a little bit. So your shoulder can be a little bit more relaxed. We're going to lift the left foot, but only about 2 inches off the floor. Pull your belly in and up. Nice and strong in your core here, finding some balance and a lot of strength. Stay centered and focused. Notice what you're feeling and continue to connect to your breathing. Take one more full breath in. And then as you exhale, right hand comes down. Left toes find the floor behind you. Pivot your right foot to the right. Roll to the arch of your left foot. We're going to let the left hand reach up towards the ceiling as you press your left foot down into the floor. Pause here and breathe. If you'd like to lift your left leg off the floor, you can. And if you want to go a little bit deeper, you can let your left foot come down and cross your right ankle in front of the left. You don't have to. Hips are staying lifted. Ears are away from your shoulders. Hips are forward and up, and you're able to breathe. Beautiful. Take a full deep breath in here. And then as you exhale, left hand comes down. Both knees come down. They're going to touch. They're going to be together. Big toes touch. Hips sink down into your heels. Backs of the hands rest by your feet. Relax your wrists. Make some circles with the wrists. Relax your shoulders. As you breathe here with the belly against your thighs, open up your back with your breath. So when you breathe in, feel your torso expand. And then breathe out and empty. Take one more full breath in here. And then as you exhale, we're going to come back up onto hands and knees. And you're going to step your left foot forward up between your hands. You're going to scoot your right knee back. Pausing here. Let your hips sink down. You want to keep your left knee over your left ankle. And you want to feel your right hip heavy. So it's really deep here in your hip flexor. We're just pausing, getting deep into that right hip flexor. We're going to curl the right toes under. Lift your right knee if you can. If not, then leave the knee down. You're in a nice deep low lunge here. Maybe you come up onto fingertips to take more weight into the legs. Maybe just one fingertip is touching the floor. Maybe you can lift your hands off the floor and reach your hands back behind you. You don't have to. We're just strengthening the legs here, finding some strength around the hip joint and the knee joint. Chest is open, belly is strong. Hands can be down. They can be on blocks if they need to be. You can just be hanging down. So take another full breath in here. And then as you exhale, hands come down. We're going to shift your left hand to the inside of your left foot. Drop the right knee. Relax the top of your right foot. Turn your left toes to 10 o'clock. Roll to the pinky side. So continuing to be deep in the right hip flexor, but now adding the left hip joint. You can stay here on your hands. I find it easier to relax if you can come down onto forearms. But if your hips are tight, you might not be able to reach the floor with your forearms. So if you have blocks handy, you can put your forearms on the blocks. Relax your neck. Making sure your back toes are going straight back and not turning in to the left. So keep the chest open here. Try not to collapse down into your shoulders. Keep space between the shoulders and the ears and between the shoulder blades. Take a full, deep breath in here. And a full deep breath out. Coming back, we're going to let your left foot face forward. Frame your left foot with your hands. Walk your hands back so that your left leg is going to go straight or straightish. Okay, if the knee is bent. You're going to push down with your left heel heel and pull back with your left heel. So this is neutralizing out your left hip now after having it deeply open. Your hands can be on blocks, they can be on the floor. Try to lengthen through the spine when you breathe in. And then when you breathe out, maybe you hinge a little bit forward. Deep, easy breathing here. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. We're going to drag your left foot back so it's on the floor underneath your knee. You're going to move both hands forward. You can have blocks if you want to. We're going to curl the right toes under, lift your right knee, and push off with your right foot. So you're standing on your left leg here. Your right foot is flexed, all 5 toes pointed down. Pause here and breathe. This is all we're doing here. We're weight bearing on that left leg, finding some strength. Take a full breath in. And then as you exhale, you're going to let your right foot scoot behind your left so that your ankles are crossed. Your left ankle is crossed in front of your right ankle. You can stay here and just hinge over your legs. This is an awesome stretch for sciatic pain. This is opening up the space around your sciatic nerve. So you can hang out here in a forward fold. If you would like to add a shoulder stretch, you can let go with the hands, take them behind you, interlace the hands, and reach the knuckles up and back. So this is IT band, hips, hamstring, low back, shoulders, core is engaged for balance, and you're able to breathe with ease. Take a deep, full breath in. As you exhale, you're going to let your arms come down. You're going to bend your knees a little bit just to soften them. And then see if you can come up to stand. I realize the top half of my body might be cut off in the camera, but that's okay. So your left ankle is crossed over your right. You're standing up. You're going to reach your arms away from each other. And you're going to take your left arm under your right arm, just like we did when we were sitting. Your backs of the hands can reach, your hands can reach for your back, or backs of the hands come together, or palms come together. You're going to lift your left heel, bend your right knee, and sink down. You're in eagle pose here. See if you can lift your left toes off the floor. Pause here and breathe. Shoulders are down. Strong legs and balance. Picture an eagle. Strong, graceful, powerful. Take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, undo the arms, undo the legs. Come forward with your hands. Place both hands on the floor. Step one foot back, drop the knee. Other foot back, drop the knee. Big toes touch. Hips sink down, forehead down, arms behind you, child's pose. Sway left to right. Breathe deeply. Okay, we're going to come up onto hands and knees. We're going to take 3 breaths together here. Knees are parallel, wrists are parallel. Curl the toes under, drop the belly, lift the chin. That's your inhale. Exhale, tuck in round. Inhale, curl the toes under, drop the belly, lift the chin. And exhale, tuck in round. One more time, just like that. Curl the toes under, drop the belly, lift. And exhale, tuck in round. Coming back to neutral spine, the right foot is going to go straight back on the floor. You're just going to gently rock front to back. Stretch out through the bottom of your foot. That should feel good. And then we'll come back to neutral. Left hand reaches towards the front of the room, but then relax it. Drop it down a little bit. Right foot lifts only about 2 inches, and then pull the belly in and up. Breathe deeply. Take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, left hand comes down. Right toes find the floor behind you. Pivot your left foot to the left. Roll to the arch of your right foot. Press your right foot flat down into the ceiling, into the floor, not into the ceiling. Right hand reaches up towards the ceiling. If you want to lift your right foot, you can. If you want to keep it down, you can. And if you want to cross your left ankle in front of your right ankle, you can. Your practice, your choice. I just give you suggestions on shapes to put your body in, and then you just breathe and you do all the work. You connect with your breath, you feel what you feel, see what emotions come up. Stay present and grounded. Beautiful. Take a full breath in, and then as you exhale, right hand comes down, both knees come down. Sit back on your heels, let your hands come behind you, forehead down, 3 breaths. In through the nose, out of the mouth. You can make some circles with the wrists if you need to. And then let's come back up onto hands and knees and step your right foot forward, up between your hands. So your left knee is probably underneath your left hip. So you need to scoot the knee back, keeping the right knee where it is. Let your hips feel like have a weight on their back, just letting your hips hang heavy. This is deep into your left hip flexor. The right ankle is right underneath the right knee. Just pause here and breathe. This is really good for the low back, neck and shoulders. Adding a little bit more strength. Curl the left toes under. Lift the left knee. You can come up onto fingertips if you want, or let your hands lift. Breathing here. Maybe you take your hands behind you. Strong legs. Breathing deeply. Take a full deep breath in, and then as you exhale, both hands to the inside of your front foot. We're going to drop the left knee, relax the left foot, turn your right toes to 2 o'clock, roll to the pinky side. Breathe Breathe deep here. You can come down onto forearms if you want to. They can be on the floor or they can be on blocks. Relax your back. Be able to breathe. Get deep into the hips to soften. Take one more full breath in, and then as you exhale, we're going to come up. Let your right toes face forward, hands walk back, pull the toes up as your heel presses down. Just pull the right hip back. So you're lengthening the hamstring, neutralizing the hip, able to breathe deeply. Just pausing here for a moment as we transition out of that hip opener. And then we're going to weight bear on that right leg to help with bone density. So you're going to pull the right foot back. Hands are going to walk forward in front of your right foot. Curl the left toes under, push off. And now you're standing on your right leg. Flex your left foot. That's it. Your knee can be soft, does not need to be straight-legged. Your hands can be on blocks. Take a nice, full, deep breath in, and then as you exhale, left foot comes behind your right. You can hang out here with your right ankle crossed in front of your left and just have your hands down. Or you can add a shoulder stretch. Reach your knuckles up and back as your hands are clasped behind you, but you don't have to. This is a sciatic stretch for the back and shoulders. IT band and hips. Belly is in strong so you can stay focused and balanced. Take a full deep breath in and a full deep breath out. Arms are going to drop down. Soft knees as you slowly come up to stand. Your right ankle's crossed in front of the left. Your arms reach out away from you. Right arm under the left for eagle. Modify if you need to. We're going to lift your right heel. Bend your left knee as you sink way down into the legs. Maybe you lift your right toes. Shoulders are relaxed. Take a full deep breath in here. Maybe sink a little lower in your left leg. So good for strengthening the joints and the bones. And then slowly undo the arms, undo the legs, hang down, step one foot back, drop the knee. Other foot back, drop the knee. This time knees are going to go wide. Big toes touch. Child's pose, head drops down. We're going to interlace your hands and let your palms rest at the back of your head, elbows out to the sides. Your forehead is grounded down. You're releasing tightness in the neck. Eyes are closed. And then when you're ready, slowly come up We're going to send the legs to one side, and you're going to make your way down onto your back. Hug the knees into the chest. Feet are going to come down to the floor and you're going to find Shavasana. I'm going to apologize in advance for a short Shavasana. I never go over class. I always end on time. I don't know what happened today. I just got a little ahead of myself. So we're going to have a little bit of a shorter Shavasana today. I apologize, but since you are home, you don't have to come out when I say to come out. You can stay as long as you'd like. So it's going to take the next minute or so to just close the eyes. Breathe deeply. Check in with any thoughts you're having. Check in with any feelings that you're having. And then just breathe. Let your practice settle. You will take your practice with you today, staying grounded, centered, and focused. Try to stay present in everything that you do so that you can feel and experience everything that you do today. Please feel free to stay in Shavasana for another few minutes, or you may transition out of Shavasana and come to seated. Once seated, we'll take the right hand over the heart, the left hand over the right hand. Remember that we are all connected. Not only are we here with each other, but we are here for each other. Bring your palms together in front of your heart center to honor your practice and honor each other. Namaste.